Hi everyone. Today we will study a topic possessive pronouns. Possessive pronouns, rules and examples. Pronouns are words that take the place of an understood or implied noun or noun phrase and usually become the subject of a tense. I, you, he, she, it, we, and they are all pronouns. For example, I got caught in traffic. Calah knew the meeting was at 9 a.m., so she left home early. They loved the new blog post. What is a possessive pronoun? Possessive pronouns indicate the implied noun owns or possesses something. Typically, a possessive pronoun is used by itself, but it becomes a possessive adjective when used before a noun. Possessive pronouns examples. Here is a possessive pronouns list of 6 pronouns that are used alone. Uh, Mine, yours, his, hers, ours, theirs. Notice how it does not fall into this particular category. That's because it must always have a noun come after it. When writing a sentence with a possessive pronoun, it's important to understand how people usually use them. For example, it's common for a possessive pronoun to be used as one or two words response to a question using the interrogative whose, as in this possessive pronouns examples. Whose block is this? It's his. Whose Epsom pen is this? Mine. Whose house is this? It's theirs. If you're creating a full sentence using a possessive pronoun, the pronoun usually comes at the end of the sentence with the subject and verb before it. For example, those amazing BKA pens are theirs. That car is yours. The prize is yours. Possessive pronouns and the possessive nouns. There are two distinct ways that possessive pronouns and possessive nouns differ. A possessive pronoun implies who you are talking about as well as the object, while a possessive noun um, explicitly names the person or thing you are talking about. Possessive pronouns do not use apostrophes, while a possessive noun always uses apostrophes. Both possessive pronouns and possessive nouns can be used similarly to form short responses to questions using the interrogative whose. Possessive pronoun example, whose flavored soda is this? It's yours. Whose dog is this? It's theirs. Whose cords are these? They are his. In the possessive noun examples, whose flavored soda is this? It's Kate's. Whose dog is this? It's Sorensen's. Whose cords are these? They're Trevor's. Possessive pronouns and the possessive adjectives. The list of possessive adjectives contains slightly different words from possessive pronouns. Here is a list of possessive pronouns that functions as adjectives. My, our, your, his, her, its, their. One common point of confusion between possessive pronouns and possessive adjective is how to tell them apart. The most obvious difference is that a possessive adjective always has a noun following it and the possessive pronoun doesn't. Possessive pronoun example, that's mine, it's yours, that's theirs. Possessive adjectives, that's my, it's your. That's there. Its falls into the possessive adjective category simply because it must always have a noun following it. Possessive its never has an apostrophe. That's its. Its ability to swim came as a surprise. I returned the bird to its. You have probably also noticed that whose is another unique sort of possessive pronoun. Whose belongs to a special group of words called interrogative pronouns, commonly referred to as question words, which also include who, whom, what, and which. How to use possessive pronouns. To correctly use a possessive pronoun, you need to have an antecedent, which is a noun that comes before any pronouns and tells you whom the pronoun is referring to. John looked over the contract. He noticed the handwriting was definitely his. In this possessive pronoun example, John is the antecedent, so when he is used in the next sentence, it is clear that the pronoun he is referring to John. We can also infer that the possessive pronoun his is referring to John's handwriting. To avoid confusion, you should always establish a clear antecedent before using any type of pronoun. Consider the problem with this sentence. Angie and Jen both have some cars, but hers was nicer. In this sentence, it's not clear to whom hers is referring. Is it Angie's car, Jen's car, a third unnamed person? Without context, the reader may never know unless this sentence is restructured to clearly state whose car was nicer. That's all. Thank you for your attention. Goodbye.